welcome to Bark at the Moon video blog number 17. We're really sandwiched into some crazy weather these days, and it's hard to pick and choose when to hunt. So that's going to be sort of the topic of this week's blog, when to hunt. Now I'm in a sort of a different situation because I can hunt anytime I want. No work constraints basically. So I really just look at the weather and I go for it. Here's my barometer. If it's precipitating, snow or rain, I don't go. If the winds are high, and I'll say anything above 15, I don't go. I definitely like the wind under 10. That's just me. Now these cold extreme temperatures, I've been being a baby lately, and a couple times I didn't go out, and that probably cost me, but so be it. Sometimes I say, well, it's a long season, I'll wait for some more comfortable temperatures. But if you really want to be productive, you got to go even when it's cold. So if you're picking and choosing your days of when to hunt, let's look at some guidelines. A lot of guys look at barometric pressure. That's a big thing, before and after storms. Human logic tells us that we should hunt before a storm because animals want to feed to keep their energy up. They know a storm is coming, they want to feed before a storm. But if you really look at the national trends in predator motion and research and all that, before a storm isn't as good as after a storm. Now, before a storm features falling barometric pressure, and after a storm, the weather starts getting better, that's rising barometric pressure. If you're picking a time when you're to hunt, and you had to choose between the two, I would say pick the rising barometric pressure. Something to consider. Now, this week, I basically only hunted one night. We had some inclement weather, and I think it was Wednesday night was going to be good. So I said to my good friend Craig Sleeman, I said, hey, you want to hunt tonight? And he said yes, and we went out to some of his spots, and we did pretty well on red fox. I think we went 3 for 3 right off the bat, and that was pretty great. He's still working, he's still teaching, so he called it a night, and I went to a couple other spots. At first, I thought he made the right decision because it was foggy, it was snowing, it wasn't that great, but I pressed on, and I picked up a red fox. You'll see the video. Now, the bad news is that Craig was running the thermal scanner and he was filming everything, and he got some excellent B-roll footage. The problem is, for some reason, I can't extract that footage from my AGM scanner. I don't know what's going on. I placed a call to him Friday. I'll call him again on Monday. If I get that footage, I will redo this blog and insert it in there, so we'll come back to it later. Right now, you're just going to see the kill shots as filmed through the ATN 4K night vision scope. There's still some pretty good footage, but it's a shame that we can't put that B-roll in as well right now. Our first hunt was a true blast. Craig by my side, we just got in there, saw some deer to the right, which is great because Craig got to check out how the animals look through the thermal. And then only a couple minutes of calling with the baby cottontail, Craig said, oh, there's a fox right in front of us by the mound. Well, by the mound, we're in the dark. I should tell you that we predetermined a few landmarks in the landscape, so we knew what we were talking about, and it was perfect. I knew right what he meant by the mound. Sure enough, this fox is right there. I go to shoot it, and of course with the CZ204 that I'm using, it's got the reverse safety. Of course, that was on, so I couldn't take the first shot. The fox bounded back a little bit, and then we took a nice shot on him. So that was one fox down for the night. He's running away. Got it. Craig must be a bit of a good luck charm because check out the second hunt. We put our chairs down. I walked out, set the call out at about 50 yards, came back, sat down. I was fiddling with my gear, and Craig says, here comes one. I thought he was kidding till I looked and I saw a fox out in the train coming our way. Well, I clicked on field mouse distress as a coaxer, and that fox started coming around. It still came our way. He was going to circle that call. As it turns out, he came right to us up on a knoll, and it was an easy shot for the 204. Let's check that footage out. Still coming. Yeah, no, I'm taping it. Coming right at us. He's down in the ditch. fox down, we definitely wanted to get the hat trick, 3 fox in one night. We made a spur of the moment decision to go to a certain spot that we'd been to before. It was an easy 50-yard walk up a laneway, put the call out another 40 yards, and we sat there. To our right, there was a ditch. So we're calling in the dark, scanning. We both had scanners. And I heard right next to me something bustling in the brush. I look over and it's a red fox. Now he's not 10 feet away. I don't know how he didn't wind us. Well, he saw me at the same time I saw him, and he skirted off to the right. He still wanted to come to that call, and I think it was still baby cottontail. He came around to the right. I think I went to shoot him again. That safety got the better of me, but I always have it on. And he spooked and went away. Lo and behold, he came back, and you'll see we took a nice shot at him and got the hat trick.
Oh, he's coming back. Hat trick. Got him.
We split up, as I mentioned, and now the weather was terrible, but I was still out there going for it. I went to a local spot, actually right in a friend's backyard. It's a pretty neat landscape anyhow. There was ambient light, and there was snow on the ground, so I didn't even use my RR light. I called for 15 minutes without seeing a thing, and after playing some platinum gray, I looked across the field, and I saw some sort of predator held up at the edge. Well, I was watching it, and it wouldn't budge. I was trying some coaxing sounds. In fact, I think I went to field mouse distress, which is my go-to. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I saw a predator, a different one, running right across, right to the call with the naked eye. Well, I could see it was a fox, settled on it quick, and the end result was some quick footage taken without the IR light.